guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's your girl Little Latina coming at you with another video, and today I'm going to be giving you this really cute makeup tutorial on how to get a, round kind of sparkly doll-like look. So if you were like me, then this will probably be very easy to follow, and if you do it more and more, you're definitely going to be a lot better at it than I am. But so far, I think that this is a cute little look, especially when you're not really a good makeup artist like me. Bruh. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and start the tutorial. Alright, first things first, you want to start off with a very clean, fresh face with no makeup on it, so you just want everything out and about. So you can either use a primer or you can do what I do and put on some moisturizer, but I use this as like a fake primer or whatever because, I'm just different. First thing I'm going to do is take some little hair clips, pull the hair back. Alright, second thing, baby, we are going to conceal and hide away any little acne babies we may have. So let's go ahead, get this camera pumping. Boom. I have a little cup of water and I have a micro beauty blender. We're going to soak that up with some water. I'm going to be using this Tarte Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape Contour Concealer. This one is shade light medium. So this dries incredibly fast, which is good and bad. But considering I'm trying to do a more porcelain kind of dewy doll look, I like to work very quickly. That requires us doing it one at a time. So on my under eyes, just do a little bit like that right there underneath, not too close up. I'm going to take my beauty blender right here, squeeze out the excess water, and then we're going to start blending. I just like to tap it in very, very softly and just kind of let it marinate and maneuver wherever it sees fit. And when I'm doing this side, I flipped over my beauty blender, so I'm using a completely different side of it. So the water on here has not been touched yet. Layer number 2. And now that there's less water and we already have one kind of coating of it, it's going to be a lot more pronounced. Also, I'm going to be blending down a little bit on my nose. So what I'm going to do is just do tiny little spot treatments on any place where I have acne. So we're just going to apply the same logic for all this, and you want to be very, very light. When I mean light, I mean really light on this. I like to just blend this out with my fingers very, very lightly. And then I find also that blending it with the finger allows it to blend on other parts of the skin a lot easier. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is really going to accentuate the fullness of our face, since that's the main goal we have. Now, if you have an actual blush, use that for sure, but I only have lipstick. Bruh. So I'm going to be doing a few dots, and you want to make sure that they're like on the front side of your face because you want to have that round look. You don't want to do like the corners because that's going to make you look more angular, and we have literally the opposite goal in mind. We are trying to look round. And the great thing about this is that it's very, very easy to layer, and especially if you're using an actual blush that's made for blush. And not just a lipstick. Also, another good thing you can do is smile, and then you get to see a good spot to where you should be really focusing your blush placement. I am going to use some contour, but it is only going to be on the jaw because I just want the face to really look round and beautiful and tiny and youthful. So I'm using this contour stick that is clearly well loved. And now, honestly, my facial hair kind of does a lot of the contouring itself. Bruh. But still, it needs to be more. I'm also using the Master Contour Maybelline by Face Studio or whatever. Is this upside down? No. This is what it looks like. This also has a highlight on it, but I'm not going to be using that one. Alright, lovelies, next thing on our list is bronzer. This is the O2 Sunkissed Star Bronzer Natural Matte by, I believe, Lancome. So we're gonna go ahead, just get a generous amount, and work your magic. You want to get yourself some brown eyeshadow. I'm going to be using my matte shades from this 88 Matte by BH Cosmetic eyeshadow palette. There's a whole bunch of colors. Where am I gonna put my stuff? Alright, so what you're going to do is take any type of flat edged brush like this. I think it would be better if it was a little bit smaller and skinnier, but these are really the only two eyeshadow brushes I own, so I'm not complaining, right? So we're going to get a tiny one of this, and you want to get a medium brown shade. So let's go ahead and focus in on my eyes. So what we're going to really be focusing on is getting this under bridge area really accentuated. So you see when I go like this, you can really see that crease. So we're gonna go ahead and take a brown shade that's not too incredibly dark. It's gonna look like you just got punched in the face. And you wanna blend it out so it doesn't look like you got punched in the face. I used a shade much too dark. Oh my God. What? Okay, now that that monstrosity is over, we can get to the really fun part where we take sparkles. So I'm using this Ulta Beauty Bloom palette. As always, we're going to use a tiny little brush that looks like this. I don't like hammerhead brushes, I don't even know. I'm going to be using this lilac instead because I can add a slight bit of wisteria to that. And we're going to go right in this area underneath the lashes like this, okay? And we're gonna dab it. And you want to make sure that it is lighter than your skin so it's really noticeable. Also guys, when you do this, you want to really make sure that you're bringing it across the entire under eye and not just like on the front, okay? And I am going to take a little bit of this wisteria and just dab it in right at the center, okay? You want to kind of line it up with the midline. All right, now that we have that going on, you can kind of see there's more of a shape going on underneath the eye, which is what we want. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take a much lighter brown shade, and we're going to go ahead and shade up the crease of our eyes. This shade right there, just do a few double tap, and let's just pray that this is not going to be a disaster. And we want it to just be the entirety of the eye. Don't really focus too much on the edge, okay? You really want to be focusing more in the middle, so I should have put the original dot right on the middle, whatever. We're just figuring out as we go. So the next thing we're going to do is go back within this palette, and we are going to take the Tiger Lily and put it on top of the lid. A hefty little amount, actually. And we're going to take the flat end of this and just pew, pew, pew. And then we're going to go over the entire lid, but just the lid, okay? Not any top area. Alright guys, so now that we have an equal amount of shade on both sides, we're going to go ahead and take this lilac because it's a silvery white tone, and we're going to take a nice hefty amount and put it right on the center of the lid, okay? And just kind of do like a little sunset against water type of motion like that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. As always, take a hefty amount, and we're going to go ahead and go right on the center like this, and move it all the way back up to the top and just bring it down. And you want to blend this in, making sure you're still underneath where we shaded the crease, okay? The last thing we need to do is make a sort of makeshift eyeliner, and we're going to be using a brown for this, and by now we should have definitely already found a brown that's going to be, you know, effective. But this time we're going to take the little bit of water we have left and get our brush wet. I'm going to be using that same one, and what we're going to be doing is making this attempted loop by the waterline, and we're going to drag it from that end, okay? Nothing really sharp. This is kind of hard to draw with this, but you guys kind of get what I'm doing here. So once we have this shade down, we're obviously going to bring it down. We don't want to have that arch look, so any type of excess you can just wipe downwards. So now we can do one of my favorite parts, which is to highlight our inner corners. And for this, I'm going to be using another Lancome highlight. I really can't even read what this says anymore. This is what it looks like. It's nice and bright, but it still has that gold undertone. We're going to take just a little bit and go on the inner corners of our eyes here and do some gaps. And since I'm also extra on the sparkles, I'm going to be getting underneath here again as well, right in the center of my eye. Also going to be applying the same logic and just getting a nice amount lathered into the center of the eye.
So now that that's done,
we can get to the pretty important part of mascara that's going to really add the effect. So this is also a Lancome. I'm going to be putting this on my bottom lashes. We want to focus on the center. That's what we really want to make the longest part of the lash, okay? And I would recommend using a slightly lighter mascara, so like a brown, but I don't really have that. And then last, but definitely not least, for the eyes, we're going to be using mascara. I'm going to be using my own mascara, which I sell on my store and on Depop, wherever you want to get it. Ingredients in the back, completely natural and organic. So we're gonna go ahead, get some of that bad boy. Put it on, as always, focused on the center. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and take some setting spray, dewy finish. We're not done yet, so don't worry. Now, we're gonna get some more highlight here. I got this little gloomy lotion, and we're going to take it a little bit, go right here, get that nice C formation going on right here, and we're gonna do a little bit on the top. All right, 2 more steps and then we're really done. So I'm going to go ahead and take this little jelly lip gloss. I also sell these on my store and on my Depop. Has a little flower in there. All this is going to do is give you a little bit of a tint. So if you don't like really pink or red lips, don't use too much. I'm just gonna do 1, just like that, and I'm really gonna focus it on the inside. As you can see, it's already well. And then I'm gonna finish it off with this basic lip gloss. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know. The look is complete. Now we can go ahead and take the hair down. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial and liked how to do it. Hopefully this is easy for you to do. I don't think it's too difficult, but thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe. It would boost this video in the algorithm and let others see this video so they could possibly learn a beautiful makeup tutorial. But thank you so much for watching. Until next time, have a beautiful day.